Hello and welcome to the GameShop MythCast, episode number 5. And for our final replay of this week, I have something a little bit special for you. This is from his Korean ladder account, and therefore he has a Smurf ID. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to present to you a former member of Mythology, sadly now moved away from Starcraft 2 to focus more on his life and his own happiness. He is the former Mythology player, Viper! And opposing him is the Barcode Zerg player. That's right, you don't get a real intro because you're just a barcode. Let me tell you about Viper. When I first joined the team, let me give you a bit of background information on how I got into the team. I'd been working in Starcraft 2 for about a year, maybe a year and a half. And through Manchester Barcraft, I was friends with a guy called Nathan Learman, at the time known as Nifty Nathan. Eventually, he started looking for a team. He felt like his play had improved to the point that he could be on a at least semi-professional team. The team that eventually picked him up was Mythology. So I covered a few of Nathan's replays, and through that met the, at the time, manager of Mythology, Odin. And me and Odin got along really, really well. And it was at that point that Odin invited me to be a part of the team. So I came in really as a friend of Nathan, and knowing I really liked and got along with Odin. Of everyone else, Viper was the guy I first clicked with. Like, I just got along with this guy straight away. I could tell we felt very similarly about the game. And his replays were always exciting for me. So, as something special for the end of the first week of the brand new MythCast, I wanted to go back to cast one of the replays of his that I never ever got a chance to do. And honestly, I'm very happy that I now have the chance to do this, to bring this to you all. It's a fitting tribute to the man who is no longer with us as part of the team, but is certainly still a guy I consider to be one of my best friends within StarCraft. So, Viper, if you're watching, thanks for the memories, yeah? So, as we can see, it's going to be a PvZ, back on Whirlwind again, much like we were yesterday, but of course, different spawn locations and a different race, a completely different matchup then. And we'll have to wait and see exactly how the Zerg player intends to do this. Viper, meanwhile, is going for this kind of standard thing he does. He likes the one gate expand. He likes to semi-wall off, but it's not a full-on wall off. You can't just stick a zealot in there to hold it. But this is the way he's played PvZ for a little while, up until the time when he chose to retire from the sport, in a professional capacity anyway. I know he still occasionally picks it up for fun, but he is no longer a professional sportsman. Which I think is a shame, because he's definitely got the ability. It was just a question of the motivation, the enjoyment, the passion wasn't there. And honestly, if you don't care about it, you can make money just so many better ways. So many easier ways. That takes less practice and is way more consistent. So, we've got speed coming out for the Zerg player now. He's only on 2 bases. Of course, we're seeing this move away from the quick 3 base Zerg. Considering that many Protoss players are now doing this. The 1 gate, expand into 4 gates and using those 3 gates to wall off. Occasionally we're seeing one of these gateways replaced with a Stargate as well. But as it is right now, it looks like Viper just wants to push on into some aggression. We do have a probe around and about, sneaking about, and that will be used to drop a forward pylon. Almost no doubt about it. Meanwhile, Viper is also going to check for a 3rd to go down. And there is the forward pylon. So this is the plan. Just be super aggressive from the off. And see how much damage you can do. See if you can kill some workers. See if you can force your opponent to make Zerglings instead of drones. Right now, though, we're seeing nothing but drones coming out of the Barcode Korean Zerg. So he doesn't seem too concerned. Of course, well, he doesn't know. He's about to get hit by a very strong 4 gate. Here come 4 zealots. So 5 zealots 1 Stalker, no Mothership Core with this, we should remember. And this is done without a Mothership Core, so there is no option of a recall. You are very, very committed to this. And right now the focus is on this Spine Crawler. That Zealot is actually kept alive and will kill this drone. So the Zealot's doing a great deal of damage here. A lot of drones already going down. More and more already on the way in. We got 22 Lings in production, but this is a lot of Zealots coming in right now. And with 10 workers killed, well, Viper's already doing the damage that he'd hoped to do. And he's getting his Zealots into a good position. These Lings are not getting a good surround at all, so a lot of them being killed here. The Stalker will finally die, but right now there's still 3 Zealots in there. And we've got 4 more already warping in. And, well, oh, the Zerg player, he's trying to drone up again behind this. And you can't do that. You cannot drone up behind an aggressive 2-base 4 gate like this. You have to fight it off, you have to kill it, and you have to, above all else, remove that forward pylon. Now, these Zealots are just going to tear through these drones. We do have a Stargate going down, but I don't even know if we're going to get to see Viper use it at this point. Because right now, we are at 25 workers killed. We've got 4 more Zealots coming in. Oh! There are just no Lings. There are 4 Lings right now. There's a Queen. This Korean Zerg is getting his ass handed to him by the former Mythology player, Viper. And Viper just tearing through him with these Zealots. Finally, the Zealots have been removed from the state of play. But more coming in. He's even going to sniper Queen! Ah, get it! No, doesn't quite get the Queen. But still, tearing through more and more and more Speedlings. While, of course, he builds his Phoenixes back at home. And his opponent is just going to have no way to hold against that. What does he do? Does he build Spore Crawlers? But he doesn't have the drones to afford to do that. He's going to try and rush into Infestation Pit instead. Also getting the +1 melee attacks and the +1 ranged attacks. This last round of Zealots not doing as much damage as he would have hoped, and now he really needs to get out on the field and take down the forward pylons. He's seen one of them. Will he see the second as well? Right now, he is unaware of it, so will he go to the left, or will he try push up towards that 3rd base location and see if it's there? But right now, he needs to drone up, but the problem with that is he's been so far behind economy-wise for so long. Look at this, 46 probes to 33 workers. That he needs to also be able to defend. So the Phoenixes are now going to push out across the map. And we've got 4 Zealots warping in. 1 Zealot, 4 sentries. More than enough to hold this off. Well, literally forever with perfect force fields. But still, the Zealots are coming into this base now. Looks like they're just going to focus the hatchery down. And why not? Just utterly destroy any hopes that this Zerg player had of getting back into this game. And, well, finally these Zealots will once again be taken down. It's going to start to pick up and kill Queens with these Phoenixes, with only 2 Queens there. Once that Queen goes, there is now no anti-air to deal with the Phoenixes whatsoever. It is 76 supply to 51, 52 now, but that Queen will die, and again, there's just nothing. These Speedlings can't do anything. Sure, they can keep occasionally picking off these Zealots as they come in, but that's so many Overlords killed. There's so many workers killed. There's just nothing this Zerg player can do to hold it off. Finally, he is going to take down the last of the 4 pylons. That Zealot aggression is stopped, but Viper has everything he could ever possibly want. He could even sit on this ramp and start picking up drones. Look at that. Even picking up eggs. Didn't actually know that was possible until just now. Gonna also continue to kill Overlords, forcing the Barcode Korean to continue to make more. The Barcode Korean, who may or may not be Nest T. You know, he could well be. If it is, then he's having an incredible off day here, as he's being picked apart by, again, the former Mythology player Viper, who was under the Mythology tag back during the good old days when this game was played. And he said commissioned. 1 Swarm Host is out. The problem with that Swarm Host is it will not help defend against the Phoenixes whatsoever. And I believe they can lift it. I believe Phoenixes can lift borrowed units. So If you got an observer over there, he would be fine. And we do have Colossus in production, Voider is in production, Extended Thermal Lance in production, and we have a Zerg player that simply can't build any units because every time he builds Overlords, they get killed. These Phoenixes are going to start to kill off Queens, and that is the end of that game. Ending on the fitting note of Protoss is fucking joke. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for today. That is it for this week, in fact. But I will be back next Monday with yet more MythCast. If you want to see more from us before then, check us out at www.clan-myth.com. Thank you to GameShop for sponsoring these videos and for sponsoring the team. And thank you for watching. Nearly forgot who I was thanking there.